All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Rational Wrestling Talk. This is Irrational Wrestling Mark, and I'm going to be giving a WrestleMania Night 2, WrestleMania 40 Night 2 review. Now, I'm a little late on this, but I actually do plan on rewatching the main event. But I will get to the main event. Got to go through these matches first. Overall, I thought WrestleMania Night 2 was the better night. And everybody's going to say WrestleMania Night 2 was the better night. And I would definitely agree. I thought this night, WrestleMania Night 2, there was a lot of interesting stuff that happened. There was a lot of great moments, specifically in the main event, which we'll get to. But just banger matches overall with this night. And I thought this night definitely delivered on all cylinders. However, me personally, I did not like the beginning of night 2. And that was the World Heavyweight Championship match between Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. Now, I'm not going to bring any negativity on the match itself. I thought the match was fine. It was definitely a spam of their finishers, right? The Claymore, curb stomp, Claymore, curb stomp, right? The match was fine for what it was. The ending, however, when it came to I'm just gonna say Drew McIntyre won the world title and Damian Priest cashed in on Drew McIntyre. Did not like that part. I thought Drew McIntyre winning was awesome. It was nice to see him get his moment in front of the fans. Now, some people will say Damian Priest deserved to cash in and win the world title. I'm not going to say he don't deserve it or he didn't earn it. That's not my place to say that, because I'm not in any of these wrestlers' shoes. I don't do what they do, right? That's not my place to say that. But if we're going with what the story is, right? Drew McIntyre did not accomplish what he set out to accomplish before WrestleMania when it came to winning the world title in front of fans. When he beat Brock Lesnar in an empty arena, he didn't feel fulfilled, okay? He didn't feel like he accomplished anything. For years, Drew McIntyre's had this chip on his shoulder from a character standpoint. Had this chip, was someone that felt screwed over by the bloodline in his own home country. He gets cost the match by Solo Sikoa. He had Roman beaten. Bloodline screwed him over big time. And Drew has never been able to let that go. He lost his match with Bobby Lashley, WrestleMania 37, when fans did come back. He failed to win the title. So everything that has happened between WrestleMania 36 with Drew McIntyre, between that WrestleMania and WrestleMania 40, and him just won the World Heavyweight Championship, it just really all came full circle. I was really looking forward to seeing Drew McIntyre have a very stellar run with that belt on Raw. Okay, he's the guy to carry Monday Night Raw as your World Heavyweight Champion. Seth Rollins is going to take a break. He needs to rest up. He has set that standard for being the World Heavyweight Champion. And Drew McIntyre is the perfect guy to be the successor of Seth Rollins' world title reign. At least that's what we thought. Until he got in the face of CM Punk. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I see what they're doing, right? And having CM Punk involved. But man, this made CM Punk, what he did by pulling McIntyre's leg, right? And just, kind of chopped his leg off, right? And he fell on the announce table. McIntyre was talking a whole bunch of smack. Punk didn't do nothing, right? But I'm thinking to myself, why did McIntyre even go over to CM Punk to begin with? He should have just, okay, kissed his wife, kind of gave CM Punk a stare, and then moved on and, went to go celebrate, right? That's what I was hoping he was going to do. But no, he had to get in CM Punk's face, and the whole situation escalated, you know, and Punk tripped him up. And then here came Damian Priest, cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. And I just didn't like the result. I wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of Damian Priest cashing on Drew McIntyre. If Damian Priest was going to cash in on someone, I would say Cody Rhodes. But however, that would have been a very rotten ending. If there was anyone that Damian Priest could cash in on, it should have been Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, the underdog babyface, facing adversity once again. He beats Gunther, but Damian Priest comes in, cashes on Sami Zayn, becomes Intercontinental Champion. We don't got time to have a transitional world champion right now. We're in a new era. We need to build things up the right way. Drew McIntyre coming in as World Heavyweight Champion into a new era, the Paul Levesque era, if you will, would have just been icing on the cake. Drew has paid his dues. He has worked his butt off. Man, he's been putting in a lot of work in his character, man. He's definitely been cutting the best promos. He's been very entertaining. Drew has been on a roll since late last year. And even though he won the world title clean, he got his moment, right? But what about a fucking title run? A fucking title run would have been what the doctor ordered. Okay? So that beginning and that ending to that whole match actually pissed me off. But now there is legitimate heat to the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre feud. Now that feud has been taken up a notch. Okay? Now some will argue that CM Punk and Drew McIntyre don't need the belt. They could use the belt. How, because that feud could elevate the world title, right? It's never about the title making the superstar. It's about the man makes the title, right? A feud, a blockbuster money draw feud, box office feud can make a championship mean something more, right? Seth Rollins set a very good standard. Okay, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk feuding over the world championship would have set even a higher bar. But that's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Drew McIntyre called Damian Priest a transitional champion. I think he will be. I think he will be. I'm not saying Damian Priest is not world champion material. I'm just saying it was not the best time for him to cash in to be world heavyweight champion. The smart move would have been him cashing in on Sami Zayn and giving Sami Zayn more of a hill, more of a mountain to climb. Have him feud with Judgment Day. Hell, you could include Sami Zayn, Chad Gable. They feud with Judgment Day going forward. You kind of build up that alliance if you want to, right? Along with Otis, Akira Tozawa, that would have been a fun little feud to do after WrestleMania. Okay? But that's not what happened. But the match was okay. I give it a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the the 6-man tornado tag team Philadelphia Street Fight. So we got the Pride, Bobby Lashley, Street Profits versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, AOP. I thought the match was fun. A lot of fun spots in the match. A lot of, Cool moments. Snoop Dogg on commentary was hilarious. He was really entertaining on the commentary. I thought he definitely stood out. Bubba Ray Dudley made a return as a special guest referee for this match. Um, Personally, I didn't really care much for Bubba Ray Dudley. Never been a Dudley Boys fan. Um, to me, I thought Snoop Dogg, for me, he stole the show. He stole the entire match for me. Like, he was like the star of the match because he was just so damn entertaining and funny, right? It's like I forgot Bubba Ray was even there. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, it wasn't a bad match. I mean, going into, I knew who was going to go over. Obviously, Karrion Kross never wins anything, so it's just like this was just a match to get people, you know, up and going, right? A lot of fun spots in the match, table spots and whatnot. Um, so the Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits that go over, and we move on. Hopefully this feud is over, and we have bigger and better things for Bobby Lashley going forward, and the Street Profits. So yeah, I give it a 2.5 out of 5. And then we go on to what was the next match? I'm trying to think. The women's championship match. Bayley versus Io Sky. Um, yeah, I thought this was the best match of the night for me. For Bayley and Io Sky, they went out there, they tore the house down. Bayley came in with a new theme song. I liked Io's entrance a lot. Um, these two, man, they work very well together. Bayley and Io, they got decent chemistry with one another. Um, there was definitely not a dull moment in the match. There was no botches. I thought the moves were well done, well executed. Um, some false finishes. But this is WrestleMania after all, so you're gonna have false finishes. So going into this match, Bayley and Io Sky, I made a video saying why Bayley should not beat Io, right? Made a video why Bayley should not beat Io. Let me get rid of this. This out. And basically, that video did not age well. You know what I'm saying? Um, Originally, I had said that Bayley should face more adversity. If we're going to get Bayley over as a babyface, a stronger babyface, someone that's going to be a top woman right now in the company going forward, I will give her more adversity, right? Give her more of a struggle because baby faces are at their best when they're faced with adversity and struggle and a higher mountain to climb, you know. But seeing the finish of this match and seeing how the match really played out, the fans were going crazy for Bayley. Bayley was very over in this match. I said to myself, you know what? Maybe it really is time to pull the trigger and give Bayley her moment at WrestleMania 40. Because I was watching the match. I said to myself, yeah, it's time. It's time to take the belt off of Io. You know what I'm saying? If there's a time to, put the belt on Bayley, the time will be now. The fans are, they're rocking with Bayley right now. They want her to have her moment. It's time. So you don't want to wait till SummerSlam and then the fans are just, nah, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want it now because they wanted it at WrestleMania. They're not going to want it at any other point except WrestleMania. So Bayley goes over in a very great match. I thought these ladies really killed it. I'm thinking between the world women's title match with Rhea and Becky And this match with Io and Bayley, I thought this was the better match. I thought Io and Bayley put on a better match than Rhea and Becky. That's just me. When it comes to the all-time great females WrestleMania matches, I think it's up there with Bianca and Sasha, and last year with Charlotte and Rhea. I would say it's top 3, along with Charlotte and Rhea, and then Sasha and Bianca. Right? It was really good. So congratulations to Bayley, new women's champion. I give this match a 4 out of 5. I'm trying to think. I know I'm forgetting 2 other WrestleMania matches. Oh yeah, LA Knight and AJ Styles. Singles match. AJ Styles came out with new theme music. I didn't get a chance to hear it because the stadium, the stadium and the a lot of people in the crowd. I just didn't get a good sound, a good hearing for his music, right? Because it was live and there's just people cheering and what I'm saying. You really couldn't hear it well in a stadium with a lot of people, right? And I know that was the same thing for a lot of you guys. You probably couldn't hear the theme music that well, right? So it's something I got to go back on YouTube once it's uploaded, released on YouTube. I'm gonna go hear the theme music for AJ Styles, But I didn't really get to hear much of it. But I really enjoyed AJ's intensity in this match with LA Knight. He brought a lot of fire, a lot of drive, ambition, intensity into this match with LA Knight. I thought both men put on a good show. I'm pretty sure these two have worked before in TNA originals, right? AJ Styles still looks like $1,000,000. Still wrestles, like he never missed a step. The guy's in his like mid 40s, and he's capable of still putting on a 5-star match. He's still capable of putting on a banger of a match. And LA Knight, I thought he really kept up well with HA. He had a couple of good moves in the match. That top rope German suplex was nasty. AJ was pulling out stuff that he hasn't done in a while. He really brought it. But ultimately in the end, LA Knight gets the victory with the blunt force trauma, and gets the win. And this is his first WrestleMania. I forgot that this was his first WrestleMania. Because the guy's been over, man. It seems that he's more important. He's more, he's not in the main event, but he's definitely in the conversation right now. And I forgot that this was his first WrestleMania. So he gets his first WrestleMania victory, over AJ Styles. I don't know if they move on from this feud or if LA Knight goes on to fight Logan Paul for the U.S. Championship. Who knows? But I know eventually they're going to put the U.S. title on LA Knight. It would be the smart decision because he's still over. He may not be the top merch seller, but you can't deny that every time LA Knight comes out, he gets stellar reactions. Okay, consistently. Really enjoy this match. I would say I would give it a 3.5. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 for the most part. So then we got the triple threat U.S. title match with Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. Going into this match, I personally wanted Kevin Owens to win. I thought it'd be pretty cool to have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens hold both the mid-card belts. When Sami was shown at gorilla position, waiting to kind of hype Kevin Owens up, the camera showed them together like how they did with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn before Sami Zayn fought Gunther. Kevin hyped him up, right? This time around, Sami is the one that hypes Kevin Owens up. So I'm thinking, okay, whoa, they're gonna have KO win, right? They're gonna have him win the U.S. title and beat Logan Paul. Okay, cool, right? That's what I was thinking in my head at the time. I really like Kevin Owens' entrance, coming out with the golf cart, and then him backing up, reversing, and telling Randy Orton to get in. It's a lot easier than just walking to the ring. Like, saves a lot of time. I thought that was really funny. What I'm saying, I had to laugh at that. Um, yeah, overall the match was not bad. Uh, I wasn't really uh, I wasn't really blown away. I thought Logan Paul's still improving. He's still figuring out, and Randy Orton is still himself, consistent as always, and always putting on a good match. Kevin Owens the same way. Kevin Owens still does impressive moves for a guy for his his size and whatnot. He's very athletic, and he does amazing things in the ring consistently. Um, but the ending of the match, we saw some YouTube streamer, forgot his name. Um, I didn't know who the fuck he was when he came out in that in Logan Paul's prime mascot. You know what I'm saying? So he gets in Randy Orton's face, and Randy Orton just kicks him, and then RKO's him through the announce table. Very stiff RKO, by the way. So I thought that was pretty good. So it looked like Randy Orton was going to win once he hit the RKO in midair. Once he was being set up for the pop up power bomb, but he catches Owens with the RKO out of nowhere, and then Logan Paul takes out Orton, throws him outside the ring. Then Logan Paul hits a nice, beautiful frog splash for the victory and retains the U.S. title. So of course Logan Paul retains. Blah 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 blah. Match was decent, not bad. I give it a 2.5 out of 5. And I believe that's all the matches, except for the main event. So I feel like I'm missing a match. I'm probably not, though. But anyway, to the main event. The grand finale, the final chapter of this story with Cody Rhodes. And listen, man, I was just sitting there at the TV screen telling myself, this is it. When I saw the entrances from both Roman and Cody, I'm like, there ain't no effing way they are going to have Roman Reigns retain. The entrances that these two guys got was special, right? That was a WrestleMania worthy entrance. The entrance that Roman got, it signified to me that Roman is losing. This is the final match with him as champion. It's a finale of his story and pretty much the beginning of a new story for Cody Rhodes. A coming out party for Cody Rhodes, right? That's what that entrance it signified. It symbolized for me, right? For two different reasons for Roman and Cody. This is it for Roman. Like, this is a sign he's losing, right? He got that final boss type of entrance. Cody Rhodes got that heroic Superman-like entrance. Very good stuff. The entrances were very long, man. 20 minutes. Overall, like, including the entrances and the introductions, like, this was about an hour, man. An hour. By the time we got to the main event, it was like 10 o'clock. So I'm like, wow, they're really going to pull out all the stops for this match. And I'm saying to myself, let's go. Let's go. We got time. Let's do it. And Samantha Irvin, I want to give her credit because she really put a lot of emphasis on announcing Roman and announcing Cody. Man, she is one of the best in ring announcers ever. Like, she topples Tony Chimmel. I don't care what y'all say. Tony Finkel, Lillian Garcia, Justin Roberts, Mike Rome. Ain't no one hold a candle to Samantha Irvin, man, when it comes to announcing the wrestlers. No one holds a candle. She's very unique in how she announces. She's just very passionate. You can tell she's passionate about what she does. She's not going through the motions. And I'm surprised that her voice has not blown up. I'm very surprised. So we get to the match, and the match is very basic. These two face off. This felt like a real main event. Like, you got to understand psychology and what you're seeing on your TV when it comes. Like, when two wrestlers that are main event worthy, they just come face to face for a main event of this magnitude, and it's like they have that moment of face to face, and that's what it was with Cody and Roman. It's like that little face off for like a couple of seconds. It let me know that these two are finna put on a banger, right? And this felt really special and important. You know, it's a type of main event feel at a WrestleMania that you got with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, that you had with Hogan and Warrior, right? That you had with Hogan and Andre. The same feeling that you had with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, Stone Cold and Shawn, right? The same feeling you had with Undertaker and Edge, right? Undertaker and Shawn from WrestleMania 26, right? The same feeling. This is a big deal. This is going to be etched in history, right? And I thought these two worked very well together. They put on a very simple, basic match. Roman was pulling out a fisherman suplex, bridged. I'm like, wow. I've never seen Roman ever do a fisherman suplex before. That's new. I thought these two wrestled very well. They don't need to do high spots. They don't need to do all these crazy moves that you will do in 2K or AEW Fight Forever. Like, we don't need to do all these like inverted Frankensteiners, all these like Canadian destroyers and top rope conhilos, or all these moonsaults and Phoenix splashes and sharp, all these high risk maneuvers. Like, these guys kept it simple. They went back to the basics here, and I thought that was really cool. And the shenanigans came later, because you first want to establish that Cody and Roman are wrestlers at the end of the day. Let them wrestle a fair match first, right? We'll get to the shenanigans later. We'll get to all the extra spicy stuff later in the match, and that's what happened. Once Cody was going to set up that, that third crossroads, Jimmy came out, super kicked Cody. Jay came out, make the save. He speared Jimmy off the stage. They both landed on the table. That looked wicked. Solo Sikoa came by, pulled up, tried to take out Cody with Samoan Spike, right? Well, they try to take him out, right? They hit the Samoan Spike and the spear combination. That was not enough. Once they executed that move, I'm like, yeah, ain't no way that's it. There's no way Cody's losing to that. Like, this feels too much like his moment right now. Cody's not losing, right? Kicked out twice. You start to see the frustration in Roman start to doubt himself. So it was like, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Get up. He's telling Roman to get up. Let's finish this, right? They're all pissed off and everything. They can't get rid of Cody. So here comes John Cena, the Mr. You Can't See Me man. Comes out, he gets his revenge on Solo, does an FU to Solo through a table, hits one on Roman too. And here comes the final boss, The Rock. And seeing The Rock and Cena kind of face to face, that felt kind of special too, in a way, in a weird way, But I wonder if that's going to set up anything in the future with Rock and Cena. We'll never know. I mean, they are 1-1, so maybe they'll do a third match down the line. Who knows? But The Rock easily takes out Cena with the rock bottom, and then the Shield's music hits, and then Seth Rollins. Everybody thought, okay, we're going to get Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose. No, sir. Ain't no way in hell Tony Khan going to let one of his biggest stars be borrowed for one night for a spot. There's no way that was going to happen. I'm like, yeah, ain't no way in hell Jon Moxley finna come out with Seth Rollins. Like, why would he be here for? You know what I'm saying? If you remember correctly, Seth Rollins told Cody Rhodes that I will be your Shield. And literally, this played in well into the ending of this match. And the level of storytelling, man, was just off the charts. He literally was Cody Rhodes' Shield in the best way possible. He automatically gets taken out by a Superman punch by Roman. Roman saw him coming. Roman's anxiety went through the roof when he heard the Shield music. That gave that man PTSD. Like, straight up, PTSD. Roman got it once he heard the Shield music. So he went right to Seth Rollins, knew exactly where Seth was coming from, which was smart. He wasn't playing dumb, like, oh, where is he? Where is he? I wonder where he's coming from. No, he Superman punched his ass right when he got into that ring. And I thought that was really good. The Rock tries to whip Cody, I think. I think he whips Cody with the belt or something. I'm not sure. This is why I got to rewatch the main event, because I got to know exactly what happened, right? But they're beating down Cody and Seth, I think. And then you hear the gong. Dun. Undertaker comes out. I was not expecting Undertaker to make a return, make an appearance. I was sure enough that it was going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin to confront The Rock. I guess there was a situation where they could not afford Stone Cold. I guess Stone Cold probably asked for too much or something. I'm not sure what the story is, the full story with that one is. But great to see The Undertaker. He chokeslammed The Rock. Let him know, like, yo, before you became the final boss, I was the original final boss. Right? And that's true. Undertaker was more so the final boss back in his heyday. It felt like that anyway. Choke slams The Rock. Seth gets back up to his feet, and this is a part of the match. This is the part of the match that really got me. And it made you go like, yes, long-term storytelling. Reigns has to make a decision. Does he hit Cody with the steel chair, or does he hit Seth with the steel chair? And just like 10 years ago with the Shield betrayal, when Rollins hit Roman in the back of that steel chair and joined the Authority, right? The Shield ended, and Roman Reigns has not been able to get over that at all. He has not been able to move on. That's haunted him for many, many years. He said, "Fuck it, I gotta get my payback." So he hit Rollins in the back of the he hit Rollins in the back with a steel chair. Okay. He did not hit Cody. But ultimately, him doing that, his thirst and hunger for payback for all those years, 10 years later, that consumed him. In that moment, it cost him everything. It cost him everything. He goes for the spear. Cody's, he recovered enough to be able to counter. And then hits a crossroads 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. Cody finally does it. Roman's reign has come to an end. It's over. Cody has finished his story. And this really felt like a genuine happy ending. I kid you not. Like this whole scene with Cody celebrating with all the wrestlers, Randy Orton, John Cena, CM Punk, Sami Zayn, his mom, Brandy, Kevin Owens, everyone, right? Well, not everyone was there, but the key players, right? Triple H. This felt like a genuine happy ending. And, that moment where Roman had to decide, who am I going to stick with that chair first? That moment, that thirst and hunger for revenge, it cost Roman everything. And it played into perfectly of Seth telling Cody, I would be your shield. And he was. It's like, okay, he took the bullet for Cody to be able to recover enough in time just to hit the crossroads and get the win. Beautifully done. Well-booked match. A happy ending. I mean, I have no complaints when it comes to that main event. That main event was just everything you could ever want out of a WrestleMania main event. That was main event worthy of a WrestleMania. That's how you cap off 40 years of WrestleMania. And now we can finally ascend into a different era. We can finally have a champion week to week to carry the company. And Cody's the right guy to carry the company. So, yeah, man. I'm going to go rewatch the main event because I need to. I bet a lot of people are going to rewatch it. But that's my overall review. I give this night 2 a solid 9 out of 10. Had Drew walked out as world champion with no Money Bank cash in by Damian Priest, I would have given this a 10 out of 10. I thought Drew was robbed once again. Drew should have kept the world title and had a long reign with it. I thought he deserved it. I thought this was really his time, his moment, and he gets snuffed out again. So I didn't like that, but I did love this main event. Just a chef's kiss, beautifully done. So when the WWE wants to tell stories, man, when they really want to do it, they do it right. With that being said, thank you all for watching. Hit that like button for the algorithm. This is Rational Wrestling Mark, and I'm out. Peace.